All right, guys, we are back. I am sorry. I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna refresh on this screen over here. I don't think it matters. Let's see. All right, we are back, and I am going to mute this mic right here. Oh, it's already muted. So we had some speaker problems earlier because my my Bluetooth connected to a speaker we have in the house. I am going to there we go. I think we're good again. Let me check Facebook. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, unmute here for a second. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. All right. I think we have our issue resolved. All right. All right. And again, this is unscheduled live. So if nobody watches, it's fine. You can watch it later. I'll save it for later. So I had some speaker issues. We had to redo the live. You guys cannot see what I'm doing here. All you can see is my face. Put this into. Oh, this one. So again, it's the first time I went live in a long time. Um, Mm. Leave this guy loose. So yeah, I was saying earlier, yesterday was National Airborne Day. I was talking about jump school, you know, and probably being a paratrooper, it formed my thought process for being a soldier all the way around. And kind of, I mean, I was already kind of normed to that mindset either way. Us growing up, we had a really disciplined home. All right, I think we're almost there. We're having speaker issues here at the house, so hey. All right, I am back. I had to go fix the speaker and a phone, but I am back. If you were wondering where I'm at. So we come to the point in the A, and what I'm going to do is then I'm going to back up and I'm going to cut the other side of that A. So we get a nice little point here. Oh, I kind of want you guys to see what I'm doing more. Hold on here. I gotta. That's not what I wanted to do. We have had a lot of technical difficulties during this live. And again, I apologize. I haven't done one in a while. Kind of working all the bugs out again. If you're joining us, if I don't think anybody's on here yet, and that's fine. Like I said, these will be posted later, the whole video, and I didn't expect anybody had doing it on a Saturday to really be tuning in or listening or anything like that. Yep. And we're coming up with some of these basic features that I was talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and fix these. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go out here in this waste space. I'm gonna turn my blade around. And I'm gonna come back in at this thing right here. And again, y'all, it's been I scrolled a little bit the other night, but it's been a little bit. We're gonna do a loopy loop to make the nose. We're cutting the mouth right now. I know you guys can't see because of my mag light. I need to work that issue out. Really do. So I'm gonna try to figure that out for next time. We're gonna exit back out the same way we came in. We're gonna come back out to that wasted space, and we're gonna come in at about a 16th of an angle, maybe an eighth of an angle, and get back on our line. We're gonna go ahead and cut out these lines since we're in here. We're gonna go all the way up, and we're gonna come back out and put those other lines in a minute. I'm rotating around. And again, we're just cutting the hairlines of the Yorkie on these facial features. Oh, and I've got to go back in. Ah, that's okay. Yes, I don't know if you guys can see it. If you see how close my finger got to that, most people get really nervous, but it's kind of funny. You know, people are like, "Oh no, don't cut your fingers off." Well, you got a better chance of cutting your finger off with a sewing machine needle than you do a scroll saw blade, especially a number three blade. You hear my puppy right now? He's whining because he wants outside. Mom is outside by the pool. He wants some attention. We got to go back down. And I'm taking the blade backwards so I don't accidentally cut something. And I kind of needed to go back anyway. I forgot that. So I forgot one of the hair lines. So I just kind of backed my way back down anyway. And I could have just drilled a little finger hole and went back in the outlet. Um, we got it in there. Okay. Now we're going to have to back out of here without a guide. We're going to let the lines be our guide. Chris gets the guy, though. He can cut some of his stressful stuff without a pattern. It's crazy the talent that some of these artists have in the scroll saw. I am not there yet. Although I can just about cut a dash down puzzle in my sleep because I cut so many of them. I don't think I could cut without a pattern. You know, and he got on a YouTube video and he said, "No, you're asking me where my pattern is. It's in the head." He said that. He said, "It's It's inside my head, and I'm like, holy crap, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in this waste, and I cut a big enough hole where I can turn. I'm gonna cut out this little bowl section here. And I did forget a hole on this one. I just remembered. It's alright. I'll get it in just a second. Already cut it around. When you get to this part in Yorkie, it takes some time. All right, we are out of there, guys. Well, we're gonna change out blades here real fast. Oh, well, we're out of there, but we still got some pieces to cut out. And drill one more hole. Well, let me show you. And maybe there we go. There we got our Yorkie shape cut out, and the rest of this I'll go pretty fast. After I drill this one hole, get this one piece cut out, and I'm gonna have to switch scroll saw or drill bits for this one because this has got to be a teeny hole. And I might have to get a smaller scroll saw blade. We'll see. Let's see. I always forget about this part on the Yorkie. It's just a little hairline. Let's see, I'm going to switch out scroll saw blades too. Hey, right here where this hairline is, that's where I always forget. Now, she don't look like much right now, but we'll see. We'll see after we sand her down. We're gonna go ahead and cut that part. I forget. We're gonna and again, I'm using Pegasus MGT blades. Number 3 MGT blades. I'm sorry. I gotta be more specific. Yeah. I just remember why I haven't done so many lives. With all the technical difficulty and getting everything up and running, it takes me longer to cut a puzzle. Normally I'd have this done by now. So that's okay. All right, we'll get through it. And maybe somebody will be watching on YouTube and learn something, and that'd be great. That's the reason I do this, to kind of help others. And then, it's cool. You kind of see your mistakes too when you watch yourself. All right. See, that blade's a little bit too wobbly for my taste, so. Oh, yeah. Loose a little bit. We're going to tighten her up. And some of you are like, how do you know that? Well, it just comes with experience. You start seeing it wobble around. It's not cutting the way you used to it cutting. You know something's off, so you adjust. We're going to cut the eyes next. That's something else I like about cutting puzzles. There's not a whole lot of blade change outs. There's not a whole lot of holes you gotta go in out of. Puzzles are pretty much straightforward. When you, instead of fret work. And don't get me wrong, I like doing prep work too. I do. Um, it's just it's so time consuming, and I feel like I'm getting nothing accomplished. So the ADE and ADHD in me wants to get something checked off the list. So that's why I like doing puzzles, because I can check something off the list. That's why I like doing pins on my wood lathe. It's not time consuming, you know. All right, now we're gonna cut out the inner for the O and the P, the inside cuts, and we'll be done with all the inside cuts, and we can start cutting this thing out as a puzzle. Believe it or not, the puzzle pieces are an easy part to cut. For me anyway. Right? Oh man. Always gotta release it. Always gotta release it. Yeah, I got some really sad news the other day. Um, I Facebook message Russ Bickford, and I asked Russ to see if he can make me a scroll saw pattern, and he said he's retiring from pattern making. Um, yeah, that's kind of sad for me because he is like one of the best pattern makers there is. Him and Charles Deering, probably the best. Oh, Charles Deering, man, I wanted to get out. I was out in Killeen, Texas. I was out in Killeen, Texas, and visiting my daughter while they were stationed at Fort Hood up there. And I wanted to get out and see him, but the timing just did not work out for him or me. I really wanted to meet him in person. Charles is a great guy, man. And if you haven't bought any of Charles Deering's pattern score, the Wood Visions, it's just Google Wood Visions, go on over there and buy a couple of his patterns. And if you guys aren't into scrolling, go over there and look at some of his artwork, man. It's downright amazing. Charles has been scrolling, I think, since he was, well, let's put it this way. He was, he was, um, I think the story goes, and Charles, you correct me if I'm wrong later, but I think the story goes, Charles collected Coke bottles to save up for his first scroll saw. And he's about my age. But I always thought that story was amazing. And I knew if we ever met in person, we'd get along because when I bought my first camera, I put it on layaway. And I had a job to buy it. My parents didn't buy my camera for me, my first camera. You know, because that was really like I hunted and fished with my dad. But I gotta say, photography was my first real hobby. That and model building as a kid. I love building models. I really didn't get into hunting and fishing. I think I just took it for granted as a kid. But I didn't get into hunting or fishing until about 2006 time frame. I really didn't get into hunting until about 2012 time frame. Yeah, I did it as a kid, but Like I said, I took it off for granted. I wish I had enough. It's kind of like Mike Smith, the guy I was a tack officer with. Mike had to reteach me how to fish. And then my brothers taught me some more. And then I learned some more on the internet. And then a guy by the name of Larry Jones got me into bass fishing really hard. That's another thing I haven't done all summer is fish. Tom Taylor is out there fishing his butt off. He gave up strolling to go fishing. You know, Tom's another great guy, man. Just Tom Taylor is a great guy. I love him to death. I've never met him, but I love Tom Taylor. I've met so many amazing people through this hobby on Facebook that I've never met in person, but they are great people. Shaylee Morehouse, man, and she's the Midnight Scroller. You guys go check her page out. Her Facebook. In fact, I need to go check it out. I haven't been on there for a while. She's like a little sister to me in the hobby. We started scrolling at the same time, but she like me. I think she kind of got into other things. She doesn't just scroll anymore. I don't think she ever just scrolled, but um, and she really is the one that got me started doing these lives too. Her and Phil Gearing and John. Um, JP Cousins. What if I could go check out his page? And he does some really good lives. I haven't seen him go live in a while, but like I said, my summer's been extra busy. They have had so much family visiting in the summer. It's been great. Yeah, we were out. We were tired. It didn't matter though. It was super awesome to have that many people visit our house and just have that fellowship with family. Did I get super drunk? I probably did. Um, but again, that was just super awesome. I wouldn't take it back for anything in the world. I wish I had more bedrooms for everybody. That's what I wish. But again, just great fellowship with family. Having our granddaughter here all summer, our oldest, was great. We got to spend time with all three granddaughters this summer. This was super awesome. Grandkids are the best, guys. If you don't have some, get some. I'm telling you, grandkids are awesome. They say and do the most amazing things. And they remind you of your kids when they were little. So it's like it's like you get to be a parent all over again. another reason to go live when you got a cool hobby is you can show your grandkids the stuff you used to do when you were able to do it. So we're gonna peel this off. And again, we still gotta sand it down and put a little Danish oil on it, which I wonder, I'm gonna have to go get some Danish oil. That's all right. Maybe I'll just stain it. Um, so we got our first puzzle pieces. And what you want is you want to be able to slide this puzzle piece forwards and backwards. And of course, we got to sand it. And see, it's starting to work it way loose, but we got to sand it down. And you want to be able to put it in forwards and backwards. There we go. Whenever I can, I cut away from the let's see. There's a little tip right here. So I'm gonna cut away from this puzzle piece right here so I don't accidentally cut into that and weaken that. All right, these are already small. These are actually called keys, right? So this is a puzzle key. Um, I'm gonna cut away from the puzzle key, and that way I don't weaken it even more because these are really small puzzle keys. And again, these dog puzzles are really shelf, what I call shelf puzzles. They're not meant to be played with again and again. They're kind of a knick-knack. You know, your grandmama used to say, or your mama used to say, knickknacks. They'd be shopping for knickknacks to put in their knickknack cabinet. You you don't want to play with them too much. You can, but they're meant to sit on a shelf and just be a conversation piece or a reminder of your pet. You know, something you put up. In fact, this weekend sometime I'm gonna cut my wife one of her beagle that passed away. I got the pattern in here. I just haven't had time to cut it. And actually, I'm probably gonna cut her a claw out of the pattern. Might just do that. Cut her a clock out of that pattern. A little nightstand clock. I could do both. Really. You know, like, I think I'm gonna cut a Jeep over tomorrow for a friend of mine. I've been wanting to cut it anyway. Especially now that I got a magnifier. I've been wanting to cut it for a while. I cut a Harley one a while back, and it took me a few hours. I was at an event and I cut it out, which made it super cool. And that event I will probably do. I'm not gonna do too many, but that one I will do. The Christmas bazaar on post. I will do. Yeah. I don't want to overwhelm myself with events just yet. I do want to get back into doing them. I just want to overwhelm myself just yet. Um, Especially with a new job. Yeah, I did get promoted for those of you that don't know. I got promoted to get a new job at work. Really cool job. I wanted this job for a while now. I was making a boo boo. I was pressing on a keyboard. You don't want to do that. You don't want to put too much pressure right there because although this is poplar is a hardwood, but it's a soft hardwood, so this is 1 inch, really it's 3/4 inch. They'll tell you it's 16/16, but when you take a tape measure to it, it's gonna be 3/4. But the reason I use poplar, it's easy to get. You don't walk in any Lowe's, any hardware store, and now have really nice poplar boards there. If I had my choice of wood for puzzles and it wasn't so expensive, um, it would either be cherry or walnut. I like them both. I really like cherry, but cherry's expensive. You can't just get it anywhere, but it is super free. I made my wife this hummingbird puzzle out of cherry. When I was coming up with a name for the business, it was just a random thought, you guys. I know I went from favorite woods to name for businesses. So when I was coming up with a name, I really wanted to do Airborne 71 Creations, but my wife said only you understand the 71 part. So I got 71 static line jumps out of aircraft. Wow, that's long static line jumps um, out of aircraft for the U.S. Army. So I wanted to be Airborne 71 Creations. And then I asked Sherry Morehouse, I was like, hey, you're the Midnight Stroller. Can I be the Airborne Stroller? And she was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I felt like I was stealing some of her name there, but like, no, you should be. So My wife gave me the name True Patriot Wood Designs because she's like, you're a patriot and you're true down to the core. You're a soldier down to the core, and that is true, guys. I left the army for about 3 months, and I hated all 3 months of it. Now I'm a Department of the Army civilian. I love working with soldiers. I love being around soldiers. I love talking to soldiers, and I'll always be that. One day in the commissary, my wife, I ran into this old warrant officer, really famous warrant officer, retired W4, and my wife left and she came back and she's like, "Hey, you ready to go?" I was like, "You already done shopping?" She's like, "It's been an hour already." So yeah, we stood there and talked for like an hour. I love I love being a soldier, and I say being a soldier because I still am a soldier at heart. Mm. Oh, let's see here. Facebook. Okay. Again, I didn't expect anybody to join us live. Like I said, you can watch this later. Yeah, I think I'm gonna plan these out better. I always say that, and I don't. But so definitely have to be on days off and days. My granddaughter's not around because I'm not missing a day with that, and I'm sure you guys understand. And we're cutting the last piece of this Yorkie now. Then we're gonna cut the Pomeranian. Yeah, I am gonna. I really. think I'm gonna go get some Danish oil after I finish the Pomeranian up, guys. And looky here, we have our Yorkie finished. Even without sanding, she's really pretty. I'm only calling this one a she because she's got a bow in her hair, and I don't know if I don't know what you put bows and boys' hairs and boy dog hairs. I don't know. But look at that finished product. We still, like I said, we got to sand her down. Staying, and I'll probably just post some pictures of that later. We're gonna go ahead and start the Pomeranian. We're gonna change up the profile blades and cut this out. Her Pomeranian. And again, we're gonna cut out our shape first. That's loose. Again, the screw saw blades to get loose, you'll notice how it's cutting. I was pushing instead of letting the saw cut. Yeah, in a little too much of a hurry. In a little too much of a hurry. Some draw grapes out of these. I mean, some of the Harvey Bauer, all these animal puzzles that I do, not all the animal, but all the dog breed puzzles I do, they're called Harvey Bauer patterns. He's an Amish guy out of Kentucky that designs these, and he puts some extreme detail into the feet for these. And I try to maintain that detail because I think it's really cool that he has the detail in these patterns. And we're not having as many technical difficulties, so we're getting through this one a little bit faster. And you're not pushing on a saw. Like if I just let my hands go, that saw will let up there now. And I'm not pushing on it at all. Let the saw do the work. Right, yeah, we're just cutting out the shape here. Actually, we're getting ready to cut part of the M out on the radium. Kind of a cool design. This is actually the first time I've cut a Pomeranian. So this is a puzzle first for me. Some people are thinking, man, um, I didn't think he was ever going to touch the stroke saw, you know. That's not true. This is like one of my favorite ways to relax, believe it or not. It's growing. I've been sitting down for a while, so I think when I go to put these puzzle pieces out, I'm actually stand for a while. Right at the mouth. Let's get that detail out. After I get this out, I'm gonna go see my wife once we go out to dinner. Or after I get this one cut out. And then get changed and do that. Yeah, see this blade's almost dull. We only got a little bit more though. I'm gonna finish it out. I've been bringing in this piece a little bit harder, so I know the blade a little bit sooner. The reason I know the blade's dull is I am actually having to push a little bit. And that's how you know when to change your blades out. Like a lot of people will use the same blade. You can't. You can't do that. One, it's gonna burn your wood. Two, it's gonna cause a lot more sanding. And it's gonna cause you to work harder. It's gonna cause your saw to work harder too. So you gotta change these blades out. And the only reason I didn't change it out now is because I'm still close to finishing. Or I would have. We're gonna change it out as soon as this one is done now. All right, guys, we got this Pomeranian cut out. Go ahead and change it out. There she is. Cut out. So. Yeah, so I'll sand these later on after I get this cut. One, I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna get changed. And two, me and my wife haven't been out this week hardly at all, just by ourselves. So it'd be nice to get out of the house by ourselves. You got to do that every now and again, just a little date night. Uh-oh. Almost forgot to cut the inside of the letters out, guys. This one we got five and then outs. I think on this one I'm gonna work a little bit backwards. And I think for these lives, I need to come up like Sherry used to do like little quizzes or something. And I think that's what I need to do. But I gotta make sure I schedule them and have some other people online. Maybe I can get John Cousins and um, maybe if I can catch him, maybe get Charles to come on too. I don't know. I love that guy. He's funny. He's a lot funnier than I am, for sure. He's a lot more fun to watch than I am. And he's a lot more talented than I am. John is too. John's hilarious, man, and he's just a good guy. So, and he's offered for me to do lives. It's just the schedule never works out. When they're home different. Well, John's on. I think he's on a different time zone. I might be wrong. I know he might be on Mountain Time, but I might be wrong about that. I forget where he is in Canada. I need to look it up. But he never sleeps too. So I think the guy never sleeps. That's what it seems like to me. And you might notice I'm cutting this out a little backwards. Because these pieces back here are a little bit high, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut each end piece. And then cut the middle part kind of long. Kind of go backwards too. And that's what you really got to think about if you're cutting on a scroll saw. And it's not most people say to me, well, I was never any good at the scroll saw. What it was, it's not that you weren't any good at the scroll saw, you weren't any good at blade choice. So every blade has a purpose, right? It's like sure you can take your spinning rod out there and you can catch a big bass on that spinning rod. But once you learn how to that those bait casters and bait caster rods work and understand the basic principle. I'm doing this for a long way because I'm trying to talk. Um, Understand that the basic principle, each rod has a purpose, right? And each reel has a purpose. You start to realize, hey man, I can get the job done with the right tool. And I guess some people are thinking, well, do the fish know that? No, the fish don't know that, but the water, the environment you're around, it knows that. The wind, the log jams. So the wood, the thickness of the wood, the puzzle, or the what you're cutting, the detail you're cutting, it all matters in blade tools. Now some people tell you, well, I cut so and so on nothing but these blades. Charles Deering used nothing but spiral blades. Nothing. He won't use a straight blade. Me, I'm what I like to call blade diverse. I have learned to cut with both spirals and straight flat blades. And the reason I did that is I wanted a variety, and I wanted to be that diverse a scroller that I could use both. And there's some techniques you have to learn to use the spiral blades as well. So, if you're thinking about getting a scroll saw or want a scroll saw, think about that. Think about think about the type of wood you want to scroll. And I started out on a quarter cable scroll saw. I did. And I just jumped up to the Seiko. I didn't go to a Ryobi. I didn't go to Lynn. I just jumped up to the Seiko because I knew this is something I wanted to do the rest of my life. And this is something you can do well in that. Um, I just show your hands get so bad with arthritis you can't do it anymore, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this A out, and then I'm gonna go to the other side and cut those other pieces. But scrolling's a great hobby. It really is. And all you really need is a table saw or a way to cut your pieces down the slides. And you don't gotta buy the most expensive table saw. I got a DeWalt. I got a DeWalt job site saw, and the reason I got a job site saw is so I can close it up and put it away because my shop's really small. And I wanted to be able to use the table saw inside during the winter and during the summer. Summer here is brutal. And it was 99 yesterday, and it's 94 right now. So, and a few weeks ago it was in the hundreds here. So, we're gonna go ahead and cut these little pieces up front here. All right. Now we're just going to cut up from front to back. So we're going to cut front to back. I went back too high. I want to put this piece up before I get back there. All I'm doing right here is kind of shaving some of the inside off. Being real careful I don't get that fuzzy thing. You know, another great scroller, if you're interested in learning how to scroll, is Tyler Dalton. Just a great guy, too. But he's got a lot of great videos. His YouTube channel is really good. So go check him out as well. He loves pirates and trains and mountain biking. But just a great all-around woodworker as well. And when I first started out, I was watching him and seeing good. I go ahead and put the puzzle pieces in there. One, I know they fit, and two, that keeps me from losing them later on. I'm that kind of guy. All right, and we are finally done. Um, sorry, I stopped talking at the end there. I am super tired, guys, but I wanted to finish this up. We are done. So I'm Jeff Turner, the Airborne Scroller, and hopefully I can figure out how to do more of these lives and get in here in the shop more often. Remember, God loves you. Love your family, and we'll see you later. Have an airborne day.